Hello everybody, Gage here from Sharp, excited to show you a brand new knife that we have in stock, the Hatono 175mm Bunka, made from SG2 stainless steel with this beautiful Damascus finish on it and these really cool wenge with buffalo horn ferrules on them, octagonal in shape, so suitable for righties and lefties. The spines on these guys are not super sanded down. They've got some shoulders on them here, but they're certainly not uncomfortable, and I'm always been a fan of these sort of larger tangs that go into the handle like this. I find them just to kind of fill up the hand a little bit more. They feel really, really comfortable. The Bunka shape is an all-purpose knife designed to be used just, sort of for everything. We've got some carrots and onions here that we're going to chop up, and you'll get my first sort of impressions on this knife. We've got 3 series coming in from Hatono-san over the next few months here. This one, a Shirogami number 2, with stainless clad, and an Algami Super stainless clad series coming in. So we'll be excited to share those guys with you when they arrive. But for now, let's do a first impressions with this Hatono 175mm Bunka. All right, so this knife ticks all of my regular boxes when I'm looking for a new knife. It's nice and thin at the spine, it's nice and thin behind the edge. It's got a real nice tall blade and pretty flat profile to it as well. So those are, again, all sort of the things I look for. Let's see how it translates into cutting performance. First impressions going through the root there. That's always a good test for me. I could find like, if the knife's not super sharp right out of the box, you'll have a little tough time going through the root there. We did strop this guy before we started filming this video here, so take that into account. But it made it through that root real nice and easy, so pretty happy about that. I also really like the handle on this guy. It's real nice and chunky, which not everyone likes, but I really like sort of a big chunky handle. It fills up my hand a little bit more, feels really comfortable. I mentioned this in the outro, but the thickness of the tang here is really nice as well. It just feels really good. So let's see how we do on the old onion here. Look at that. I mean, pretty much as good as it gets right there. I gotta be honest, that felt fantastic. We've had these knives in before, so some of you at home are probably like, well, Gage, you're lying. You've already cut with these, you know what they feel like. I would argue though that was sort of an old batch from Hatono-san. He is still a young blacksmith, so he's gonna get better and better with every batch, and I can already notice a huge improvement with these guys from the last batch we got in. Like, look at that. That was sweet. The food release on the last batch that we got in from him wasn't exceptional, but I don't know how it looked on camera there, but it felt like it was really flying off the blade there. So I'm quite impressed so far. Where the heck did my board scraper go? Here we go. Bear with me. We'll be right back. Dude, I eat so many onions now, it's crazy. Okay, let's do another dice, make sure that wasn't a fluke here. Yeah, nope. Not a fluke. Oh, 2 horizontal cuts. Illegal. That is kind of the downfall of the horizontal cut. Kind of screws up sometimes the onion, but... Whew. Yeah, man, these are sweet. The blade height, especially when I'm doing the vertical cuts, is very apparent. It's really, really comfy. Also, I don't know what it is, but the taller it is at the tip, I find, probably because of the blade geometry, when it's taller here, you got a more gradual transition from the cutting edge to the spine. It just really helps it flow through ingredients a lot easier. So, after the onion dice here, I'm feeling real good about these guys. Okay, we're back at you with a new angle here. We're gonna do a little onion julienne here. Yeah, this thing feels fantastic, man. The 175 is a really cool length as well. These were described to us as being 170, but then when they came in and we measured them, we found them to be a little bit longer. So they're 175, which is a really nice length. Let's see how our julienne goes here. The other thing I really like about this knife is like, it's not super flat, but for a bunka, that's a pretty good flat spot on there. So we'll see how that helps us with our julienne here. Woo! Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie, every time we do one of these videos, I'm a little scared because, you know, I don't want to have to say bad things about a knife. And the last batch of Hatonos, they definitely were a little sticky, so I was a little nervous that I was gonna have to say that these guys are sticky, but I don't really, like, I'm sure you guys can see in the video, like, that's not sticking to the blade really at all, like a tiny little bit, but I'm not getting that like suction-y sort of feeling that happens a lot of the time. The onions aren't really a great test for food release, so we'll see what happens when we get into the carrots here, but after the onion, I'm feeling great about this knife. Okay, carrot time. This is a big test right here. Let's see what happens. Get real nice. I was nervous about that one as well, but I gotta say that felt pretty nice. I'm not much of a rock chopper dude myself, but just to show you guys, this is a great rock chopper, and I'm sure a lot of you at home have noticed, like when you get a knife that doesn't have nice food release, like even when you're trying to get it off with your fingers, it's like, that's a great point, producer Jake. We've got some really nice texture on these blades, which you know, normally I wouldn't argue the whole like food release thing with the Tsuchime finishes, but this is really nice. It's not super noticeable to the eye, but when you're running your finger along here, you can really feel like every layer of the Damascus, and it's really helping a lot with the food release on this guy. Like, that's awesome. Especially when using that push cut motion, I find pushing and the pulling motion, you typically get a lot of like stickage happening, and we're not getting much of any of that happening with this guy, so that's really nice. Let's do some little brunoise carrot. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, I ordered the most of the Aogami Supers. I might have to bump my order up for these guys because these are freaking awesome. Look at that. And I'm really enjoying the profile on this guy too. It's got a nice belly on it, so when you're doing these rock chopping motions, it feels fantastic. But if I choose to do that push motion, look at that, I'm not getting any sticky, stuck together parts at all either. Okay, ignore my wastage for now. I promise I'll use that in the stocks later. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Very nice. I mean, honestly, man, when these first came in, I was not, you know, I was not super stoked on these. I really liked the way they look, but I was a little, you know, nervous about how they were going to perform. All of my fears have been alleviated though through those two tests. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys do for your knife testing, but I find like the carrot and the onion to be two of the most demanding ingredients in terms of how your knife performs. Oh, camera's up here now. So yeah, I'm really pleasantly surprised by this guy. Beautiful knife, great food release, Super sharp out of the box, really nice tall blade on it. Profile is really nice. If you like a chunkier handle, this guy's right up your alley. And at 175, you know, a little bit longer than the 165, is gonna make this really, really versatile knife. So very excited to have these guys in. Thank you so much for watching. Stay sharp.